this 20 years, and I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still fabulous.
Well, you better preach now.
Right? Fabulous. Going with the wind, fabulous. Okay? Thank you.
Kenya Moore has been the definition of beauty, ambition, and drama all rolled into one. She walked into reality TV with a crown on her head, literally, and left viewers captivated by her confidence, her intelligence, and her signature twirl. On The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was magnetic, witty, sharp-tongued, and impossible to ignore. Kenya wasn't just another cast member, she was a force of nature, the woman who could turn any argument into a headline and any insult into a meme.
Amen.
Don't point no daggone scepter at me.
I would like Portia to spell scepter. Go. We'll wait. See, I'm checking out, and the guy goes, can I ask you a question? Are you Beyonce? No. Every day somebody thinks I'm Beyonce.
Oh, this is hot.
But behind the dazzling smile and clever one-liners lies a much darker story, one filled with controversy, damaged friendships, and personal battles that blurred the line between performance and pain.
You are talking about. And you sitting up here trying
You
to
are a dumb call. Shut up.
Yeah, you want to hear me? Fired. You up. I will get fired.
This is the shady truth about Kenya Moore, a woman who rose higher than almost any housewife before her, only to find that fame, pride, and pressure can come at a heavy cost.
Our first runner-up will become Miss USA. Ladies, good luck to both of you. The first runner-up is Miss Georgia. Miss Michigan, Kenya Summer Moore is Miss USA. Congratulations, you are the new Miss USA. Kenya, the cash awards and prizes are yours, and you'll represent our country at the 1993 Miss Universe pageant in Mexico City.
Kenya Moore first captured attention the way many stars do: talent, timing, and a look that cameras love. Growing up in Detroit and later chasing bigger stages, she became Miss USA in 1993, a win that put her on a national stage and gave her an instant platform. That crown mattered more than a title. It was validation for someone who'd grown up with instability and who wanted to prove she belonged. After the pageant, Kenya pursued acting and modeling. She took small parts, tried on different roles, and learned how to use publicity to amplify what she did have: confidence, camera presence, and a fearless voice. Those qualities translated perfectly to reality television. When she joined The Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2012, she arrived with polish and purpose. Her persona on the show, fierce, witty, unapologetically glamorous, quickly made her a ratings magnet. Kenya built an image people could trade on: beauty, self-determination, and the sort of Southern Belle meets city slicker vibe that's tailor-made for headlines. She was a walking brand, always composed, always camera-ready, never someone who faded into the background. That made her compelling and, increasingly, polarizing. Some fans saw empowerment, others saw defensiveness and a readiness to fight for the spotlight. The early arc was straightforward. A woman who'd been overlooked in childhood wins a national crown, steps into entertainment, and then uses reality TV to cement a celebrity identity. But identity can be complicated when it's also a product. Kenya's confidence became intertwined with a need to control the narrative, to define herself before others could. That need set the stage for future clashes. Kenya didn't just lean on fame for attention. She tried to turn it into business. Her efforts included ventures tied directly to her public image: hair care lines, salon concepts, appearances, and merchandising. On paper, these moves made sense. A housewife known for her sleek hair and high-gloss look should logically branch into beauty and lifestyle products.
Kenya Moore hair care.
I knew it.
Yes. So I think we
Beautiful.
talked a little while ago about me having this great passion for hair care and wanting to do a hair care line. And I invested in myself, and we developed the products, and we have a line of about 6 right now. And we're in 2,200 retail stores.
Wow. That's great.
Yes.
Fabulous.
When a celebrity product underdelivers or a business announcement doesn't match reality, critics are quick, and in Kenya's case, every misstep showed up under a microscope. Her business ambitions kept her in the public eye, but they also made critics more attentive, not just to what she said, but to what she delivered. Ultimately, the pattern is familiar. Reality TV creates a celebrity. Celebrities try to leverage that fame into products, and the public then decides whether that product reflects the persona. Kenya's moves into hair care and branded ventures illustrate both the opportunity and the hazard of turning image into industry. If building a brand put Kenya in the spotlight, controversy kept her there. Some moments were small and fleeting, others sparked larger cultural conversations. When Kenya faced criticism for culturally insensitive choices, the reaction tested her brand in a new way. The moment wasn't just about a costume, it was about how a public person navigates power and responsibility. In an age when social media amplifies offense, the pressure on celebrities to respond thoughtfully is intense. Quick defensiveness rarely calms the storm. A considered, empathetic reply sometimes does. These culture clash moments also revealed something important about Kenya's relationship with the public. She often chose forceful, unsparing replies over quiet reflection. That approach helped her win arguments on camera, but it also created long-term reputational friction. Instead of diffusing controversy, fighting it often escalated it, making critics louder and allies more cautious. This pattern, a high-profile misstep followed by a combative defense, repeated in other areas too. Whether the subject was interpersonal drama, business questions, or personal life choices, the public narrative tended to settle on one of two frames: Kenya as a survivor who refuses to back down, or Kenya as someone who draws lines and then refuses to step back when criticized. Reality TV thrives on interpersonal conflict, and Kenya quickly learned how to operate within that ecosystem. Her clashes with co-stars played out as extended storylines. Words were exchanged, alliances formed and broke, and loyal fans chose sides. Some of the most memorable moments involved sharp exchanges where Kenya established herself as a formidable presence.
Shamia was just saying that she felt she had been treated a certain kind of way. So I think she's really trying to say, and that's what I think you should tell her, is that really how she feels. Well, you didn't really let her finish. You got to let her finish.
Well, let's talk about it another time.
No, I think this is a good time.
Well, I think it's not.
I don't think you should be doing a workout video because your body's not there. I'm not gonna necessarily say that because that's hurtful.
Your body looks like and you shouldn't be doing a workout video. But I wouldn't dare say that out loud.
But feuds aren't just entertainment, they are reputation material. Throughout her seasons on RHOA, those conflicts affected how viewers understood Kenya. Early on, her directness looked like strength. Over time, the same quality read as stubbornness, or worse, as manipulation. The shift wasn't always about a single line or fight. It was cumulative. Each heated exchange added a new layer to how she was perceived.
Stunning. The bitch is badder than her. Okay?
I got your number, Tanya.
That's fine. I know who she is. She is messing with the wrong one. Okay?
I got something for Tanya.
Uh-oh.
Does she not know that I am the shade assassin? I will light her ass up. And I don't even need a fire to do.
Producers also shape these narratives. Editing choices, the timing of scenes, and reunion formats amplify certain traits and flatten others. Kenya understood this dynamic and often leaned into it. She played to the cameras, recognizing that a strong moment means more control of the story. That political savvy won her scenes, but it also made enemies. Some co-stars accused her of engineering moments for attention and influence. Whether true or not, those accusations colored the way fans interpreted her actions.
You should have said when you had the time to say it, Nene. You had the floor. Kenya, you shut the up, bitch. You shut the up, bitch. You shut the up. You shut the up.
Reunions became particularly revealing. High-pressure environments designed to create and resolve drama. Kenya's reputation often shifted in these moments. When she spoke forcefully, some saw courage. When she doubled down after criticism, others saw an unwillingness to be accountable. The net effect was the same. The public started telling a different story about her. One less sympathetic, more cynical. In the middle of public fights and business ventures, Kenya's private life, especially her path to motherhood, drew intense attention. She often spoke about her desire to become a mother and shared parts of that journey on camera and through interviews. For many viewers, this made her more human. It showed vulnerability beneath the armor, and that vulnerability softened some critics. Still, in the reality television model, even private joys become public material. When family life is turned into a storyline, scrutiny follows. Viewers feel invested, and they feel entitled to judge parenting choices, relationship moves, and even statements about family medical histories. For Kenya, the attention on motherhood added complexity. Applause for having a child mingled with rumors, and gossip about timelines, paternity, and privacy choices. The broader point is that celebrity motherhood is rarely private. The emotional labor of protecting a child from public commentary while performing for the cameras is enormous. Kenya's path as a public mother illustrated how that labor often goes unseen. The late-night worries, the defensive interviews, the calculus of what to share and what to hide.
Moore has finally moved into her new and improved home, Moore Manor, after months of construction, but her setbacks might not have ended after all. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star was slapped with a lien after she reportedly didn't pay a porta potty company. RadarOnline.com has exclusively learned that Kenya racked up almost $300 in expenses, and the claim was filed on June 27th. But Kenya, who didn't want any more legal trouble, paid the lien on August 11th and threw herself a lavish house.
Public figures who branch into business sometimes draw legal or financial attention. Lawsuits, vendor disputes, and contract disagreements are common in celebrity ventures. Even if no formal charges or major lawsuits exist in a person's record, rumor threads into discussions about credibility and professionalism. In Kenya's case, public interest in her business dealings and her financial choices created extra scrutiny. People follow success closely and often conflate personal brand with business acumen. When rumors about delayed launches, product issues, or vendor disputes surface, they become part of the reputation story. Media and fans can slot those items into an existing narrative about ambition and control. The larger lesson here is practical. Fame doesn't protect a business from basic operational risks. Branding launches require logistics and transparency. When those elements are missing or delayed, observers assume the worst. For a housewife whose public image is built on control and polish, operational mishaps feel especially counterintuitive, and therefore suspicious. Like many public figures, Kenya made attempts to reshape her public story. She appeared in interviews, posted curated personal moments on social media, and continued business efforts that re-emphasized her savvy. She showed resilience, a refusal to be defined by a single storyline. Redemption in the public eye takes two things: consistent behavior and time. Quick statements or single-season apologies rarely do the work. Audiences want to see pattern changes. Someone who once reacted with force now reacts with humility. Someone who once pursued controversy now models steadiness. Kenya's public moves sometimes met that test and sometimes fell short. The PR reality is also simple. The media rewards novelty. If a comeback narrative is well-paced, rooted in personal growth, and paired with meaningful projects, audiences warm toward it. But if it feels manufactured, a stunt, or a carefully timed launch, skepticism follows. As Kenya's fame grew, so did her loneliness. Behind the confident exterior and witty comebacks was a woman who often stood alone, on screen and off. Her relationships within the cast became strained. Her marriage to Mark Daly fell apart publicly, and even her allies began to keep their distance. The woman who once thrived on being the center of attention now seemed trapped by it. Fame had elevated her, but it also isolated her, turning her sparkle into a shield. Kenya Moore's story is a clear example of how celebrity, control, and controversy interact in the social media era. She rose through classic markers of success, pageants, acting, television, and then attempted to convert attention into business and influence. Along the way, missteps, culture clashes, and fierce feuds shaped a public impression that runs hot and cold. Labeling Kenya Shady oversimplifies the story. She's a complex person navigating fame's contradictions, the desire for privacy versus the mechanics of reality TV, the hunger to be respected versus the pitfalls of constant performance. Some of her choices invited legitimate criticism, others became fodder for unfair attacks. The truth sits somewhere in the middle. If there's a final lesson here, it's that reality fame is a high-stakes experiment in identity. It rewards boldness and punishes inconsistency. For viewers, the responsibility is to separate what is documented from what is rumor, to recognize the labor behind public personas, and to expect accountability without forgetting nuance. Kenya Moore remains a figure who can spark admiration and ire in equal measure. Her career shows how quickly public favor can shift and how fragile a crafted brand is when tested by mistakes. But it also shows resilience, a woman who continues to fight for her image, her business, and the right to tell her own story. That complexity, not a single narrative, is the real takeaway.